been a while. Yeah, I've been a little busy with the old daily videos.
Yeah.
But
we're gonna be drinking a little bit because it's hot out. We have to stay hydrated.
yeah, we've been working all day as usual. We're in the middle of like 3 different projects right now, but we thought we'd take a minute and let's talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to read and I'm slow.
It's okay. So we.
Do you want my notes?
Yeah. So guys, like a big nerd, I wrote a bunch of notes down to talk about.
Well, it's hard to remember everything that you want to talk about.
So I have some things to say, but if you have questions, just leave a chat and we'll try to get to them as we're going through things. If I miss it, we'll come back at the end and we'll go back through everything and try to answer as many questions as we can.
Can they hear us? That's not pointed towards us.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
I think we would know by now.
I think we would, yeah.
We were just busy. We have tint all over you.
Oh,
From
I know.
the garage in a box.
We've been fixing our garage in a box, and
it's falling.
the inside like white coating is just like
disintegrating
everywhere, and so like we're just covered in like white dust.
Every time we open it up, we just get white.
It's
powder
not
all over us.
dandruff, it's tint.
It's our tint.
All right, let me look at my notes. Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah, sorry,
That
the
is
mic
better.
was pointing that way, which isn't very useful. I'm surprised it picked up anything.
It's the air conditioner noise.
Yeah. So this live is a little weird. It's a little different than usual. Usually we're like giving you updates on projects and stuff. But today we're going to talk about YouTube. Well, not necessarily YouTube, but like how we sort of plan and schedule and create and make stuff every single day to put out.
Yeah, it's not necessarily like YouTube tips, but it's creating video tips, right?
It's sort of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Creating your day for video. How about that?
I was going to say, because you're basically blowing up your life to do something like this, right? So I think it's important to say that up front, that it's not necessarily easy.
No.
That being said, now that we've done it several times, I don't think it's
we found
that
a system.
Hard. You have to be willing to question everything. Everything about your life. Which sounds like a lot. And it kind of is, but you just have to go into it with an open mind.
Yeah.
Yeah?
If you see me looking this way, it's because we just got a buck to breed our does, and I'm just keeping an eye on.
They've been quiet all day.
I know,
don't think they're going to
but
start
I put
anything
the other
now.
goat in there, so yeah. So anyway.
Baby goats.
I have to keep my eye on everything.
Baby goats. Anyway. Okay, so how do we make a video every day?
It's an excellent question, Jonathan.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. In order for us to make a video every day, we had to pair it with like a project. We didn't want to just like aimlessly start making videos.
Well, we tried that before we started projects. We were just every day we were like, I have no idea. Nothing we're doing is interesting. Like, we just felt like nobody wants to see this. Like, we're just living our normal, boring lives.
Yeah.
Making weird stuff out in the desert, but.
Yeah.
But then when we thought, oh, let's tie it to a project that has an end date, that became more fun.
Yeah, or just like visible progress.
Right. Visible progress is key.
So for us, we kind of, that's what made it interesting for us, was like if we made a video each day sort of chronicling our progress on a specific project, then that seems interesting. That seems like something I would watch. And so that's the first part. Now, a big part of that though is like you've got to research and plan and decide on an actual project, right?
Yeah, so much research.
Yeah. So that's a big part of it, and obviously we're not going to get into like the weeds of that, but like we were already working on the solar shed at the time, so it was kind of easy for us. Like we needed to finish it quickly, and we wanted to see that progress, and we also wanted to see more growth and interaction on YouTube. So it kind of, I don't know, it made sense to us.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we decided to do, and now 3 of them later.
And it's kind of a unique project too. Not too many people are videoing their Hyper Adobe process.
Yeah,
So
we didn't realize that there wasn't a lot of.
There's a need for it.
Yeah, Hyper Adobe's pretty new, and there's hardly anybody that's actually chronicling like that process. So it was kind of cool that we sort of stumbled into that, and now a lot of people come to us when they want to know about Hyper Adobe stuff, which is weird. It's like, I don't think we're experts, but we kind of know a little bit because we built one building.
Yeah. We plan on being experts by the time we're done.
Eventually, right. So as we got started, we sat down and we sort of made a list of all the things that we wanted to get done in the project, because like I think we knew that we weren't going to actually finish this thing the first 30 days, and you may not either if you're going to do something similar. So we just wrote, you know, day 1 through 30, and we put specific things on each day. Now that didn't actually pan out at all, but it did give us a rough template so that we kind of woke up each day and sort of knew what to do next.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first step. Make a rough plan. The second step is that in our case we needed tools and materials and like specific things to get to like the next step, right? And so that all had to be like researched and planned and purchased even kind of like ahead of time, so that when we got to the day that we were making that video, we actually had those things in place. And there were plenty of times when we didn't have the things we needed and we had to change our plans. But the more research that you do for that stuff sort of up front, the easier it's going to go.
It'll go much easier, especially when you live in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
We have notes. Did we already say this?
The last one, have a plan, but be flexible.
If anything that we've learned over the last 6 years of traveling and then being here, flexibility is key. You cannot be...
You're going to have to just roll with it, especially if that video's got to go out that day.
Yeah.
You got to do it. You got to figure out something else to do if you don't have the right equipment, or if you mess it up, you just go ahead and record that, and that's what you did for the day, is you messed it up. That's okay. Like,
We've had those.
Definitely. Okay, on to the next step. Can you hand me my water?
Yes.
The other thing, if you're going to make a video every day, you need to be comfortable with the gear that you are using to shoot and to edit, and so to sort of put together your videos, right?
Right. Now, a lot of people get hung up on this, thinking that they need like some huge, massive camera that's really high quality, which would be great. I would love to have that.
Maybe one day.
But we record everything on our iPhones.
We do. We have you have an iPhone 12 Pro Max. I have an iPhone 12 Pro, and we have a phone that the kids all kind of share that's also designated as a camera phone. It's an older iPhone, and having those 3 cameras sort of be on call at any time really allows us to get a wide range of shots.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's important to have different perspectives too. Like, the kids think of things that I wouldn't have ever thought.
Hand the camera to your kids, because you will get sometimes you'll get like the worst shots that you can't ever use, but sometimes you'll get a really cool shot that you never would have thought to get.
Right.
For sure, yeah.
So yeah, you don't need the fancy gear. You can start with a phone, especially if you're just starting out.
Yeah.
You don't have to have the latest, greatest iPhone or whatever. Just start with what you got and learn how to take good video.
Yeah.
It's not just hold it here and expect to like get good shots. I see all the time like videos that are like,
you gotta learn how to hold the camera steady.
Right.
Speaking of that, tripods, microphones. We have used cheapy ones. We've used more expensive ones. we got by with some really lightweight tripods for the first couple of 30 days, and the wind kept blowing them over.
In the winter, we were like, we're getting something else.
So we finally got like a big tripod that you can like hang something heavy on, because man, when that wind came through, because there's like the phones don't weigh anything, so you know, it would just knock it over.
And we went through lots of microphone mounts because the tripod fell. And
the little shock mount on the mic would break whenever it would fall over. Yeah, a good tripod. So we have a couple of like big standing tripods. We have some smaller handheld ones with like the bendy legs that you can put in lots of different positions. And they all have mics, so we use Rode mics. I won't get into the weeds there. No. But we have several different style of Rode mics. We've ended up upgrading a little bit because we keep running into wind issues, like we said before. So not only does the wind knock over the tripods, but it sounds horrible without a really big shock mount and windscreen. So
yeah.
Yeah. What else do we have?
You can definitely tell the times where we just grab our camera without the mic and you hear every little bit of wind. Yeah. And it's like, dang, I should have grabbed the...
I know. I saw somebody asking about GoPros. No, we don't have
We did at one point.
We did at one point, and the audio was so bad on it that we just sold. We were so angry with it.
This was many years ago. It
was like 3 years ago.
Yeah. I'm sure that they make them with good audio by now, surely.
Yeah. Also, I'm an Apple nerd. Here's the thing. When GoPro records a time lapse, guess what it does? It records like 500 pictures. And then you have to open the special GoPro software, and you have to export a time lapse, and it takes forever, and it takes a ton of space. When you record a time lapse on an iPhone, guess what it does? It intelligently removes all those photos and creates one streamlined video that you import into your whatever video you're using, and it's already a time lapse. And also, the longer it goes, the more frames it takes out, so that it keeps the file size down. Okay, I'm done nerding.
We don't have to get into the Apple versus whatever.
No, but this is all about, like, if you're doing this every day, you don't have time to deal with whatever GoPro does with their time-lapse stuff. You just got to get the stuff straight out of the camera into your editing software and just edit it and not worry about it. Yeah.
The iPhones have definitely simplified everything for us. We just
we'll
get into that later,
HDR on the video, so like we don't color correct any of our video, and it always looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things that it sort of does for you that makes our job a lot easier.
Right. And if you have to have a phone anyway, get a good one with a camera.
Well, yeah, like this has 3 lenses, so we talk about different shots. I mean, that gives you the ability to do like a regular wide, a super wide, or like a telephoto, like a zoom style. And you can do, we used to use like lenses on the phones, and we used to have a big camera with different lenses, and like, it's crazy now that you can get all those types. You can do slow-mo, you can do time-lapse, you can do, wide, super wide, zoom. You can do all that with one device in the native camera app without any extra software on your phone. And it's stupid.
Pretty incredible.
It's stupid, like how much you can do with it. But it really does. And when we were traveling too, like we made that decision a while back to lose the big bulky DSLR, just because we needed to like run and gun. Like we were out hiking with kids, like we couldn't bring a bunch of gear, especially when they were little.
Remember when we tried to, when we first had the camera, and we bought special bags for the, and it's just clunky and in the way when you're hiking.
And it takes you out of the moment too.
Yeah.
And so this allows us to...
I mean, we can be walking and just videoing while we're paying attention to the trail or whatever.
And so, over the years, we've definitely learned a lot of tricks for shooting and keeping it still. And like, you don't need a gimbal if you move with your body and not your arms, or use your legs and like your core to like keep things stabilized. But if you're like going like this, like trying to record, it's going to be real shaky and it's not going to look very good.
I even notice myself doing breathing differently when I'm videoing, and it just makes it a lot smoother.
Yeah. So we've had a lot of practice in, we're doing stuff, we're working, we see something interesting, we grab the phone and we just shoot. And you just kind of, And so always be recording. That's the big thing with the cameras is
ABI.
When you're recording and making a video every day, the more you record, then the more you got to work with
Right.
for that day. Because the worst are the days where you did not record
and
enough.
you're trying to stretch out like an hour's worth of footage for 12 minutes.
Exactly.
And it's like,
exactly.
this is a 5-minute video.
Yeah. Someone did ask about a drone too. Yes, we do have a.
We would love to have a better drone.
It's a Mavic Air. It's several years old, but it still works.
The color does look different than our phones, and that bothers me sometimes.
We
but
do
you
have.
can
That's the
adjust
only
it.
thing we have to color correct is the drone. But we don't take it up too much. But it does add.
It just depends on how the wind is, really.
Well, yeah, for sure.
We're getting closer to windy season.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man, I got a lot of notes.
So many notes.
Okay. Let's go easy for editing. So someone asked, what do we use to edit? We use Final Cut Pro. We used iMovie for a long time. Really long time. Started out on our phones because you can do it on your phone, and then we used it on the computer.
There was definitely like a moment where we were both like, I want it to look like this, and I can't do it on iMovie.
Yeah.
And so we were just like, what do we need? Because we're going to invest.
I knew eventually we'd have to, because I'm I do design, like I'm pretty familiar with all these different programs and stuff. And so I knew which ones were out there, but it was kind of a matter of what would you be the most comfortable with, because you were doing a lot of the editing.
Well, iMovie kind of flowed into Final Cut Pro, and it was really easy to learn. And
they're made by the same people, so I made it.
I know I did get frustrated with it at first because I'm not good at learning new things, and
it's a lot. It's
it was
a big
learning
program.
curve, and there's still so much more that I haven't even explored on it.
Ew, there's a dead fly in my cup. What the heck? Gross. There's a fly leg right there. Come on now.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
I'm glad
guys.
you didn't eat that one.
Almost ate a fly.
Yeah, so we use Final Cut Pro.
Yes, and
we just
someone said,
barely scratched the surface of it too. Like, there's so much you can do with it.
Final Cut only runs on a Mac, so it is an Apple product. But like I said, I've been in design for so long. That's kind of all. We just have all Apple stuff because it's
easy.
Yeah. And also the new M1s are crazy fast. Your computer's faster than mine. You have one.
Is that what I have? I don't even know what computer. I don't know anything about computers.
She got a little MacBook Air, one of the M1 MacBook Air, and it edits video better than my tricked out MacBook Pro. It's hilarious.
Yeah. It's fast.
I've
gotten so much done so much faster with that thing.
So if you're gonna be editing, make sure you have something with a decent amount of horsepower. Also, let's talk about storage, because when you're shooting footage every single day, you're gonna fill up your device, your SD card, your hard drive on your computer, your external hard drive on your computer.
Everything. Just buy a bunch of storage.
So we've learned now that when we go into a daily video thing, we go ahead and empty off the phones as much as we can. We go ahead and empty as many projects out of Final Cut Pro onto an external hard drive for backup as we can. So that we sort of have that storage buffer. Like we're 25 days in now, and your computer's about full.
Yeah.
we're about to that point where we're gonna have to start dumping some stuff.
It's a lot to keep track of too.
Yeah.
You do all that. I don't know anything about all the storage. I'm just like, where can I find this video? He's like, just go to this hard drive.
Yeah. Another thing you want to think about is your workflow. And so for us, it's going to be Final Cut Pro specific, but basically Final Cut's weird in how it organizes media.
It was super confusing to learn at first, but once you get the hang of it, it makes complete sense.
So we have a library, one library for all 30 days. And then inside that library, we have events for each day. So day 1, we put the footage from day 1 in, day 2, day 3. We have also started, we say day 1, and then in parentheses, Monday the 12th, or whatever it is, because we're shooting, we start ahead of time, and we always get confused on what day it is. And if we're looking for footage, we're like, well, what day was that we did that? And this helps us sort of find that when we need to. And then we have individual projects inside that whole library, right? So each project is a different video. So day 1 is its own project. And then,
I'm just trying to make sure he doesn't go to the oil.
Yeah, I know. We've been oiling the floor, and 99 can't mess with it. Hey, buddy.
Hi. Okay, sorry.
Anyway, yeah. So it's all like in. Oh my goodness. It's all in one big, massive library. Because we're inevitably going to need to like copy and paste elements from day 15 into day 25 at some point, and makes it easier to duplicate the previous days and have a template to work with. And also it allows us a way to put all of the music that we use into a single event inside that library, and then we can go back and pull stuff if we need to.
Sorry. That's a lot.
I know, I'm sorry.
You have so many notes.
Start early. I'm going to try to go through this real quick.
Okay.
Because people are asking questions not about YouTube, so I want to make sure I get to those.
I might have to keep an eye on
That's fine. We buffer ahead on daily videos. We learn really quick. You don't want to start on day one and put your video out the next day, because inevitably some stuff is going to happen. You're going to have a day where you can't work, or life happens, or there's an emergency, or you just don't feel like it. And so
or if you're so pissed that you can't record a video.
That happens too. And so yeah, we started the first one with 3 days, and I think the last one we went 7 days with a buffer, and we're already back down to 3 because we had a few days. I had a couple of days, guys.
I had a couple off days.
Yeah, but that definitely helps, and it gives you some breathing room, and that way you can be editing ahead of time, and that way you don't feel like you're under the gun to like do whatever you're doing that day and then post the next day.
It super helps yourself knowing that you have 2 videos ready to go. Even if you are still recording every day, you just know those are done, I'm ready.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah, it helps.
Takes like a whole weight off of you.
Yeah. Also, that buffer will give you a chance to sort of establish the, I don't know what the word is, like
Format.
The format for your video. If you need like special graphics or like intro music or like title cards or whatever, like you don't really know how that's going to shake out in the first video, but it's going to be replicated through the rest of the videos. So so that gives you a little extra time to get that first video.
And it helps to be married to a designer that makes really good graphics.
Oh, thanks.
Like real good.
One thing that, what? No. Oh, music?
Everybody asks about our music. We just subscribe to a subscription called Artlist, and in that you can choose. They have thousands of songs, and they're all, what's it called? Not
royalty free.
Royalty free.
We own the they're not royalty free, but we own the license. By paying them, we get a license to use those songs in our videos as long as we're members.
Right.
And it's not like when we stop being members, we lose that license all of a sudden. It's perpetual. That being said, we still have issues with copyright ID because there's all kinds of robots that like scour YouTube and still flag copyrights, even though there's.
Hasn't happened for a long time.
We had a really big issue with it. I think it was the second 30 days, where we had like 10 that were outstanding. It was a whole thing.
And when that happens, they demonetize your videos. You can't make anything off your videos.
Well, they put it in escrow.
Okay.
So, and it's so stupid because YouTube says like, we don't get involved. We've just had this other company that says you're infringing on the copyright. So in the process they make you go through to dispute it is it's designed in a way to scare you and make you not want to dispute it. And it's very like uses a lot of like language that's very tricky and hard to understand, and they design it in a way so that you will choose the wrong thing specifically. It really makes me mad when I have to go through it.
Like he gets real mad, guys.
But anyway, we only use music from Artlist, except for our intro music, which actually we don't use on the 30 days. But the little thing with the tiny share home, like I recorded that and I made it like back in the Airstream a long time ago. But everything else we just use Artlist for. And so like we know that we own the copyright to that, so we do dispute it. Sometimes they basically have 30 days so like your money can be held up in that escrow for 30 days, which is very annoying.
It's really hard when this is like a big part of your income.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about that.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to go off on that. Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
One thing you have said that it's actually almost easier to edit a daily video.
Yeah, I was having a lot of trouble when we were doing like once a week videos. I find it way easier to make sense out of a day versus how do I cram 4 days into one cohesive thought.
Yeah, it's harder to take all those different things and get them into like a story or like, you know, a well edited thing that you want to watch all the way through. With a daily video, it's like, well, here's the video that you shot that day, make a video from it.
Yeah.
And it does.
And you have like a beginning, because especially with
Right.
a project, we're like, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Then we show us doing it, and then we wrap it up, and it's
Right.
like, bam, bam, bam. We know exactly
It's
what's
very-
gonna happen in that video.
It's very linear.
Yeah.
And it kind of has to be by design just because of the way our project is going.
Right, but when I have 4 days, I'm like, I don't know. How do I make sense out of? There's no middle or beginning or end.
Right. Yeah.
It's really hard.
So part of the process. So there's one part that you really don't like,
Ugh.
and that's importing the video. So every night, so like tonight, when we go inside for the night, I will get your computer out. I'll grab all 3 phones. I will airdrop all the videos from today onto your computer and then import them into Final Cut in a new event for today.
Yeah.
And that will be ready for you to go edit the next day. When
I
you
love
sit
it
down.
that you do that. Because every time I've had to do it,
makes
it
you
never
mad.
works, and I get really angry.
It's easy to get confused,
I
like
just get
what's been
really
imported
mad.
and what hasn't, and like anyway. So, and we'll get into this a little bit about planning your life and really like paying attention to what everyone likes to do, and like that's a bottleneck for you.
Yeah.
And so like so it's not something I can do, so I'll do it. And so it's really important to like listen to each other and like see how you can help each other out, because you're gonna
Yeah.
have to help each other out. To
Can
make
I
a
tell
video.
about what else that you do?
We'll get to
I
that
don't?
later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You do so much for me. Thank you. I hate everything.
All right, we have reusable elements like titles and text. Like for instance, when the thing at the beginning where it says, you know, we've got to get this shed done, day 25. Day 25 is editable text in Final Cut Pro, so that we don't have to make a new graphic and import it every time.
Yeah.
And then our title, like our poster images, we put up on Facebook and YouTube and everything.
You do all that.
Well, but it's in a design problem or project, and it's already a template. So I just drop in a new image, I change the text, and I export it, and I share it with you.
You've streamlined the process.
You got it. You're gonna
Everything-
streamline your process. It's gonna happen.
Your whole
yeah.
life is gonna be streamlined.
Because you're gonna do it like 7 times, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to break this computer, and so you figure out a way to do it faster.
Yep.
And that's what you'll learn really quick is that you will streamline not just editing but your life, right? Which we'll get into in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, we won't talk anymore about editing.
Okay.
'cause,
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was a lot of.
Okay, so the last part is planning your life, because essentially you're gonna have to plan your life around making a video every day,
Right.
right?
How do you do that when you work full time?
Well, you get up early
Mhm.
and you do that work, and then you're ready for the other work.
Mhm.
You be flexible.
Yeah. Some days, depending on weather, everything changes. If it's gonna rain in the morning, we'll work at night. If it's gonna rain at night, we are out here in the morning.
Yep.
So
Everything is up for grabs when you enter into a project like that. And so like the first 30 days was tough because we were kind of just like figuring out what worked and what didn't.
yeah, one of the big hang-ups for me, I get stressed out super easily. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
And going to the grocery in itself, even without a 30-day project, makes me anxiety-ridden. So
Which
I
I,
was
didn't
like-
realize how
I was at
much
to
it
the
was
point
stressing
where
her
I was
out.
like crying at the grocery.
Yeah, she told me she was like hyperventilating or something.
Every time I would check out, I would stress out so bad. And so he's taking that over.
And I was like, okay. Just let me do it then, because like, I don't care. I'll go buy the groceries.
I get so stressed out about it. So-
But see, the thing is, guys, she's been doing this for like 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Like, And I never knew it stressed you out that much.
It didn't used to until recently.
Well, okay.
Anyway.
This can open up a whole new line of communication in your marriage.
I'm laughing. I'm not crying. I'm laughing. Anyway, so one of the things that he's been able to do is simplify our grocery run, and he just does it on the weekend. There for the when I was getting so anxious at the grocery, I wouldn't get as much stuff because I was like,
oh, that's right.
And then we're having to make more trips because I didn't get enough stuff.
And we buy like half our stuff at the dollar store where all the prices are inflated anyway, and it's like crappy food. And so like it was like compounding this, and we didn't even realize it, but it was compounding this problem. And so one thing that we realized during this whole thing is like we can like actually sort of
save money.
We can save money, we can save time, we can save stress,
save gas.
We can save all this stuff because it's making us really like take a hard look at everything that we're doing every day, and like, are we being the most efficient that we can?
Right.
Speaking of that, if you're gonna do a daily video, you got to make sure everyone is on board.
Yeah, like, don't do it if your kids are like, I am not doing that.
Not just you and me, but everybody.
Yeah.
And especially you and me.
Right.
Like, if I'm like, hey, we're going to do a 30-day thing, and you're like, okay, and then it's awful because you don't want to do it, like, that would be terrible. That would be the worst, right?
Yeah. This last round of daily videos was decided 30 minutes before our first recording of day one.
Yeah, so we've gotten real flexible, guys.
We were out to lunch, and we were like, let's just start another however many days. And we were like, sure, we'll start tonight.
Oh my
so,
God.
yeah.
And, yeah, the kids didn't have a lot of say in that one.
Well,
they were like, okay.
We did talk to them about it, and we explained the benefits of it. And so they were on board.
They were like, but tomorrow?
They knew that it wasn't earth bags, so they were a little bit better about being on board.
So we talked about this a little bit already, but like talking openly about responsibilities and tasks that we do each day, all of those things should be up for grab. It doesn't matter if you've been going to the grocery but every week for 20 years.
Every day, basically.
Maybe that's not what you need to do anymore. And so like the kids have learned to step up and like make their own dinner if they're hungry.
Oh, that's a whole nother thing.
The kids help clean up. They help us with this. There's all sorts of things where we're constantly playing around with switching roles for things to see what works best.
Right.
And that's okay. Like, and we haven't figured it out yet, but we've already changed a bunch of stuff sort of in our family that's made us, I think, way less stressed.
Are we talking about food?
We're just talking about everything. Okay. Yeah, not just food. I
mean,
like,
for a long time, even when we did it when we were traveling, we did intermittent fasting, right?
True, yeah. We
just
simplified to lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
Yep.
But once these 30 days hit, we were like, I'm not even really hungry at dinner. Why are we
got a video to make anyway, right?
Well, why are we spending that time making food when none of us are hungry?
Yeah.
So, like, simplifying to one meal a day, and then if the kids are hungry, they make their own snack at dinner.
Right. So we have some things on hand that's easy for them to make if they want.
Yeah.
But, you know, that like you bring home clean laundry and they'll put it up or they'll make their beds.
They do a lot.
They do a ton of stuff. And can I call them super troopers? They're super troopers.
Very minimal complaining, guys.
Yeah. They definitely pull their weight.
Yeah. We've definitely had talks about we all have to work together or this isn't going to work.
For sure. Yeah. It's definitely an all hands on deck situation.
All the time.
Yeah, because it's not just about like doing the thing, and it's not just about shooting and editing, publishing. It's about like the rest of your life. There's school and work and food and sleep and animals to take care of,
water to get,
all sorts of errands to run, and definitely. So there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, and it definitely takes everybody sort of being on the same page, and also like everyone being open enough to say, this isn't working for me.
Yeah. They've definitely told us that.
Yeah, right.
So that's good.
If it's not working for me or for you or for them, like anybody anytime can say, you know what, I really don't like doing this particular thing.
I need help with this part.
Right.
This I can't do by myself. So,
Somebody said grocery delivery service. You think a grocery delivers out here?
They don't know how far away we live. Yeah. That
Okay.
would be nice if there was a grocery anywhere close.
All right, so we actually share a lot of the responsibilities, and like we said earlier, I import the video, you edit a lot of times, but then sometimes on the weekend when I have more time during the day, I'll try to like pound through a couple of them and get ahead.
Well, weekends kind of my catch up on the house things
Right.
like laundry and meal planning, and
Right.
and then you step in and edit, and that helps a lot.
So we both edit and we both share to different places. So like you share to Instagram and I share to Facebook and Reddit and Twitter and like all these other places.
You do Reddit and Twitter?
Sometimes. And emails and like, and we have our tiny shiny homies that we share videos early with them. So it's another thing we'll get into, or I don't know if we did. We try to finish our videos the night before so that we can get them uploaded and ready to go for the next morning, and that way we can share it with our homies so they can see it early. But that's also a lot off of us so that we can spend time just hitting publish and then sharing the next morning and not having to worry about like trying to get it edited and everything once you first wake up, because that's no fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a pleasant way to wake up.
No.
Did we cover it
I think
all?
we covered about everything.
Oh my gosh. Good job, babe.
Thanks.
You condensed that really well.
So I have to say, before we get into answer all the other questions, the reason that we're talking about this stuff is because we are working on a course, small group program to help other people do daily videos.
Right.
It's called 30 Days to a New You.
Tube.
Oh, better. No, 30 Days to a Better You.
Oh,
Tube.
You changed the name last minute.
I know, I did.
To a better you.
It's going to be a 6-week program. We're going to like go way more in depth into sort of the nuts and bolts of how you plan and edit and like get your gear and sort of plan your project and everything. And then we'll sort of be there for you during those 30 days.
We're on call.
To be on call and to help you make it through your own like 30-day video challenge, right? Because accountability is a huge part of it.
Right.
I think.
Yeah.
And so.
And some people just need help, like, what can I do to get started, you know? So.
Yeah. So that's coming up soon. Shoot, I forgot the URL. TinyShinyHome.com/YouTube 30.
I remembered it.
Yeah, good job.
30.
If you're interested in that or any of the stuff that we end up sort of creating around this idea, like I think we're working on like a daily planner centered around some of the stuff that we just talked about today, that you can download and kind of use to plan your own day. If you're interested in any of that stuff, just put your email address in, and that way you'll kind of be on that list for YouTube stuff, because I know a lot of what we talk about is not YouTube related.
Email address in the link.
Right. At YouTube 30, go there, put your email address
Not
in.
here.
Not here. No. Anyway, okay, enough about that.
Do we want to answer a question?
Yes. Do you want to pull them up?
I'm
here?
getting bugs. Wait,
guys, the
YouTube?
bugs have come out, and they're biting.
I don't know what to do on that. Can you do it for me?
Oh, gosh. Hold on.
You could just touch this.
Yeah, but it's a pain. I don't know how you do it.
See? I'm not the only one. Oh my gosh. It's not gonna work.
Here it is.
Oh.
Come on.
Uh-oh. Mute it. Hold on, just a second.
Okay, here we go.
Can I skip? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You ask the questions.
Okay. I'm a slow reader. You sure you want me to do this? They said shelter logic goes against logic. Ours lasted 1.5 years.
That's about where we're at on ours. Yep. Spoiler alert, they sent us a new canvas, so we're throwing that on today.
Yeah.
That's what we're working on. Eventually, we're going to do some other stuff with it, but for now, this is the quickest way for us to get it sealed back up and safe from the rain so we can finish the solar shed.
I have a question.
Oh, you have a question? Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm going to read a
Someone
question.
has a question. Okay.
Yeah. Can you make cob shelters for the animals? Yes, we can. And we plan on it. We're going to create a huge barn eventually.
We have so many plans.
Huge plans for this property, guys. That will come later on.
Yeah.
What editing program? We've already answered that.
Final Cut Pro.
Is the shed gonna have a name? That's a good question.
The solar shed.
No. Remember we were like Casa de... What was it?
I don't know.
House of Power?
House of Power.
Casa de Power.
That's not it.
That was it.
Is it?
I think. If anybody speaks Spanish, I think that was it.
Maybe you should look that up.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Oh no. What's your favorite way to get rid of 99's poo?
We let him go wherever he wants.
We have 6 acres and we don't know where he poops, so.
Once all this grass dies, we'll pick it up and go put it in a pit somewhere.
Oh my gosh, the flies are driving me crazy. 99 videos are outstanding. Everybody likes 99. Yes.
We know, guys. We know you like 99. We like him too.
Where did we come up with his name?
Brooklyn 99.
Yeah.
It's one of our favorite shows, and so we thought it would be really funny if when we're watching the show and he's with us and they do the 99 chant, they go 99, and we thought it would be really funny if he like jumped up, but he doesn't do it. So
someone said 99 is from Jump Street. I don't know what that means.
Jump Street?
Jump Street. Is that a show? I don't know.
21 Jump Street is a movie.
I don't know. Anyway.
Maybe that's a character in it.
How many yards of hyper adobe is in the shed? Ooh. Guys, I will tell you that we used nearly, not quite, but almost 2 rolls. And each roll had 1,600 plus feet. I think it was like 1,640 or something.
So that's 3,000 feet, which that means about 1,000 yards.
I don't know. Math.
Fast math.
Math it up, guys. All right. How will the deep freezer sustain in extreme heat and also
inclement weather?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like extreme moisture. Well, it's going to be under the overhang. And also, a lot of people in town that have freezers outside, they wrap it in Mylar.
Yeah.
Which helps.
A lot of people here in the desert, especially high elevations, have outdoor freezers, and they're just under a covered patio.
It's not uncommon.
Yeah, it's fine.
Also, I do plan on building a wall at some point to kind of block the west
some
side.
Shade.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But that is much later on, not part of the shed build.
Otherwise, it's sealed, if it rains or if it's moist out.
Moist out.
It should be fine. Let's say you asked about moisture.
Sounds weird. How many hours a day do you spend editing? That's a great question. Really depends on the video. We've gotten extremely fast. We can knock out a video in like 2 hours.
I'd say an hour and a half, 2 hours. Easy. Yeah. Yep.
But
those longer ones, though, they take a lot. When you have like 4 days worth of stuff and it ends up being like a 30-minute video.
That's like a 6-hour day.
That's a lot of work to put those together. Yeah.
This one guy says he watches a channel that has a 6-week buffer. I would be so confused at that point to be that far in a project and then trying to recall what you did, especially because we talk about it a lot.
We have a lot of sort of real-time communication with like our homies and like Instagram and even YouTube comments and stuff, and people email us, and so I feel like that's way too far in advance.
Well, I mean, if it works for them, great.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like I would get really confused.
I would be very confused all the time.
Yeah.
We're already confused with like a 3-day buffer, so I mean.
As the video files mount up, are you going to store them on a portable hard drive, or what else?
Yeah, we put them all on an external hard drive. Because I think your computer only has a 500 gigabyte hard drive in it, and it's full most of the time anyway, so.
My arm itches.
Are you rubbing against me?
I have a phone in my hand. Okay. Does YouTube let you choose the kind of product of ads they run through your videos? No, we have no control.
Nope. We do have control over how many ads if the video is long enough. And so we try to make those as minimal as possible because nobody wants to watch ads all the time.
Someone else panics at the store. It's not just me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you use a special phone holder for shooting the video, like a two handheld unit?
Yeah, we've tried a few different things.
I really like this one.
Yeah, I don't even remember what this is called.
Let me see.
It's a shoulder pod. It's made for like journalists. I don't know. We'll have to. Maybe,
it's really good.
Maybe we'll put a link in the comments or something.
Yeah.
But
what was it called again?
It's I don't know what it's called, but it's made by Shoulder Pod.
Okay.
We use glyphs all the time. Glyph is just a little thing you put on that you snap, open up, and it springs down, and you snap back, and you can do it all with one hand, which is really handy when you've got, you know, a glove covered with dirt and concrete, and you take one off and you pull it off. This big one, you can't do that. The spring is too strong.
Yeah. I'm laughing at another comment. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So,
we've tried a bunch of different things. We can link those up.
Yeah. Sam said about my anxiety at the grocery store. Am I worried about running into my little homestead? If you followed us for a while, I had a run-in with my little homestead, and I totally fangirled and cried. It was embarrassing.
And then they came here and hung out, and
yeah.
you were totally fine.
Well, I played it real cool.
You did play it real cool. I was impressed.
I was trying to be real chill. But I was freaking out on the inside.
Deep down.
Do you still work from home doing graphic work?
Yeah, that's how I pay most of the bills still, unfortunately. YouTube is a very small part of our...
Yeah, lots of people think that we make so much money on YouTube. Guys, it's like grocery money.
It's not even grocery money. We need a lot more people following us.
So yeah, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, just hit subscribe and turn on the notification.
Tappy.
Okay.
But yes, I do. And so, and I think somebody had asked this question, like, what does your day look like for everybody? So, I'd say we're kind of up and doing stuff pretty early.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to get my hours in for my graphic design jobs. I own a company, 47 Media. I do graphic design, branding, web development. And so I work with my clients for the first half of the day. And if you get up early enough, it's still, you know, a decent amount of hours. And then usually we'll all eat lunch. And during that time, the kids are doing their school. Mm-hmm. And you're
editing
either running errands or editing.
Yeah.
And then we eat lunch. And then usually we start on our like project work.
By noonish.
By noon or 1 o'clock. Sometimes 2 or 3.
Yeah, it just depends on how much work you
We usually work till about 6. And then because we're not eating dinner, we
have so much more time.
We make sure that tomorrow's video is ready to go. We get it uploaded. We do all the descriptions and the tags. So first you do
our work, and then we do our outside work.
And then we
go inside and work.
And then we all sit down on the big bed.
And we
watch a show together.
And then we all fall asleep.
And then we all go to bed. Yeah. And we do it all over again.
Yeah. Someone said it must be hard to plan a grocery list for 6. Actually, it's not when you just eat meat and rice, basically. We keep it real simple around here.
Yeah, we've been like streamlining everything.
A hot sauce budget. No, we basically have a lot.
Have a lot of toppings, guys, and then we have rice and meat, and sometimes noodles.
Sometimes we'll do pasta, and then that feels really crazy. Okay. Sorry. Do we have a store we can order online and then just pick it up?
Probably. I think you can do that with like Walmart or whatever.
Yeah, but we're real picky.
Yeah, you like produce, that could go wrong real easy.
Yeah, it could go wrong real bad. Yeah.
I don't know. That's not a bad idea.
We'll give it a shot. Okay. Are the children resentful that some video show some children helping out more than others? No.
They don't care.
No. Even if they're not out here working, like, they're probably inside cleaning the Airstream, washing dishes or putting laundry away. They're doing something, and that doesn't mean they have to be out here helping us. They're helping in other ways.
We get weird questions like, well, why is your son not out working? I'm like, well, you know what?
He's doing dishes inside. He's cleaning up the Airstream because nobody else has time.
Sometimes someone's got to stay inside and keep 9-9 inside because we're doing something he can't be outside for. Just because we don't shoot everything doesn't mean that everybody's not doing stuff.
You see a very small proportion of our time.
Right.
Proportion? Portion.
Just say part.
Part. I don't know words.
You know words.
We need a drone grocery delivery service.
It would get shot down, probably.
People out here would shoot it down, for sure.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Another how many hours a day for editing? We've already touched that.
Yep. 1 to 2.
Oh, any foreshadowing on the look of the house?
The house? Oh, man. We'll talk about that later. One thing at a time, guys. Let us finish this.
Hit the thumbs up button, everybody. Sorry, that was...
You see that fly in my hand? I went like that, and there's like a fly stuck in my hand.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your daily schedule like? How long does it take to homeschool, build, edit, clean, all the things? We kind of touched on that.
That's what I saw that earlier.
Oh, sorry. See, it is Kaseb Poder. House of Power.
Poder sounds kind of weird to me.
It's Spanish.
What if we did House of Lightning?
No.
No, wait. We don't want it to be the House of Lightning. Never mind.
Any water connections for the shed?
Nope.
Nope.
That's why it's a shed and not a residence.
It's not a house.
Legally, it is not a residence.
Sorry. Too many. I can't keep up. I saw somebody making an outdoor bathroom bottle wall.
Yeah.
We have plans, guys. We have plans.
Well, I don't know. We may have just blown up those plans.
We may have blown up the plans, but I still have plans for later.
Guys, we're real flexible. All our plans are changing. But we'll let you know when we figure it out.
Sorry, I'm so slow.
You want me to?
Oh, what's the next building you plan to build? Well, we kind of just said all our plans are shot, so we don't know.
At this point, we're just trying to get the shed done. We've emptied our brains of all future plans because we're getting distracted.
Do you plan on building a communal bathing bathroom structure? I wouldn't call it communal.
That sounds weird to me.
But like for when people come over, yes, we plan to have a bathroom that guests can use. I don't know. Maybe that means communal. I don't know.
I think
when I think of communal, I think of like everybody's taking a shower at the same time.
We worked. No. We have talked about building a centralized shower house.
Yeah.
Let's call it that. A centralized shower house. A bathhouse.
Yeah.
Communal.
I don't like the word communal because it just feels like
but
everybody's doing it.
It's still the right word, technically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds weird. Target has much better food than Walmart. Probably.
We're not near a Target.
We don't want to drive an hour and a half.
Come on, guys.
Guys, we're so far away from everything.
We're lucky we have a Walmart 40 minutes away.
Someone's asking if I have any more cooking videos coming.
Oh.
I would love to do some video on what we make in our amazing pellet grill.
Yeah. But no real plans for that, right? I mean, like you said, we make the same thing every day, so...
Yeah, we're so simple, guys.
No,
if you come over, we're having meat and rice.
You make amazing stuff.
Well, not in the summer, because we're not heating that place up any more than we can.
That's very true. Yeah, that's a good point.
We keep it real simple.
Yeah.
What made you decide to start a YouTube channel? We kind of wanted to start when we were traveling, just to have video of our family, just to remember things.
Yeah, we blogged a lot of that stuff.
We did a lot of blogging.
And Instagramming.
Yeah.
And video seemed like fun, so we thought we'd give it a shot.
It was real awkward for a real long time, if you go back. Oh, it's probably still awkward, to be honest. Okay. How about focusing the next build being a solid garage and storage place? That would be amazing, but we have a time limit on building our house. So
yeah, we really got to get going on the house.
We will do it eventually, though.
Yeah.
What's the hottest it's been there so far and the coldest? We've only been here a year and a half, so I think we got up to like 109. last summer.
17 or 19 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty good range.
Yeah.
I think we've seen, from what I understand, we've seen it about at its extremes, of what it's usually a lot more temperate, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be anyway.
We've seen the range from drought to excessive rain.
To dangerous rains.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know what it's like normally. I don't think there's a normal anymore.
No, I don't think so either. Especially not here.
Okay. I think that was it. Oh, what's the time limit on the house? We have 3 years to build the house. We've been here a year and a half. Ugh.
We're going to have to get an extension. For sure.
Well, that's not necessarily true. We did learn some things about how to simplify when we put dirt in the bags. We're not going to be sifting dirt, guys.
Oh, yeah.
We spent so much time sifting dirt before we put it in those bags. And then when we did the, what are they called?
The
Flower
garden
beds.
yeah.
Guys, that was dumb.
Yeah.
You don't have to sift the dirt. You do need to get, like, huge rocks out. But, like, we don't have huge rocks most of the time.
No.
So, yeah, we're going to be able to simplify quite a bit.
Okay.
I've already answered them.
No, there's questions.
I answered them. I was looking at it right here.
How did you win the heart of such a lovely lady?
I just skipped that one.
You just skipped that one. Why? How did I win your heart?
I
sing.
I made you like me.
Guys, I was playing a show with my rock and roll band. She saw me on stage and she goes, "I'm gonna marry that guy," to her friend. And she came up and introduced herself.
True story.
True story. And a year later we got married.
And as I spit out. You're so lucky.
I'm so lucky.
Oh man, we're nerds. Okay.
Hold on. We have more questions.
I feel like we should show them something that we worked on.
Number one suggestion for a newbie YouTuber. A noob tuber. I just came up with that. I'm going to call you a noob tuber. I hope you don't mind.
Sounds like an insult.
It does, doesn't it? But I kind of like it. Noob tuber.
Okay. What is their suggestion?
It's a good question.
I would say having something where it shows visible progress has been huge for us.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't even have to be necessarily daily video.
Yeah.
Where it shows daily progress, even though that does help a lot.
Sure.
But having something where every video you see it change.
Right.
That's why a lot of weight loss videos are huge, because you're seeing this person physically change every video. And but even this building a structure, every day it gets a little bit higher, and there's something new. So
true. I would also say,
what would you say?
Get comfortable being on camera.
It's really hard.
Also, don't talk so much.
Oh, we should probably take that advice and get off here.
Oh, we still have a bunch of questions.
Okay.
But we are ruthless in our editing because
we ramble.
We don't ramble that much, but
occasionally.
How many times have you pulled up a YouTube video and you want to, if you want to know how to do something, and the person talks for 10 minutes before they actually do it?
Okay, but there are. Let me jump in here. If it depends on what you're searching for.
That's true.
If you're searching for how do I put up a what is this called? Shelter Logic tent.
Yeah.
I don't want to know about your day before you put up the Shelter Logic tent. I want to know where this piece goes and how to do it.
Right.
I don't want to know about your dog.
Either put chapters in your video so it's easy to skim through.
Chapters has been huge.
Yeah.
I was going to say helpful and huge, and that was weird.
But also, it just takes time to get comfortable talking to a camera.
Right. I don't know how many times we recorded first, and I was like, that is not going out. I hate the way I look. And now I'm just like, screw it. It is what it is, guys.
The daily videos will rid you of your perfectionism, of which we both have a lot of.
Of different things, too.
Yeah. We're both perfectionists about totally different things.
Yeah.
And so that really helped us kind of get past some of that stuff and be like, you know what? We're just going to be ourselves. If we blooper it, we're just going to keep it in. Or if it's really bad, we'll just trim it, you know, and go to the next part. But yeah, take time getting comfortable talking to the camera, because I feel like if you come across really awkward on the camera, you're gonna lose people, and your YouTube channel's
We're
not gonna.
probably real awkward
We
on
are
the camera
probably,
too.
yeah. But at least we're being ourselves.
Yeah. This is what you get, guys.
This is what you get. Anyway, okay.
Sorry. I was gonna say something else when you were in the middle of that, and it was real important. I don't remember what it was now. It was real important though. I don't remember.
Man, a lot of people asking questions. Good grief. Hold on. When is the horse coming? Not for a while, guys.
We gotta build a house first, guys. We have no money for a horse right now.
Are we gonna do a solar breakdown? Yeah, we will.
We're still working out a few kinks.
We've still got a few kinks. I still need to get a hold of Victron and work through a few details to make 100% sure it is that everything is set up properly before I start like recommending things to people. But yes, eventually, once this is like finished and we have a little like breathing room, we'll definitely be working on that.
I have a question.
Are you
someone? Yeah, I was pulling this up. It said, "Are you familiar with hempcrete?" And guys, I just found this account called Hemp Ecosystems on Instagram. They're in another country. I'm not sure where. But it's really cool what they're doing with hemp. They're mixing it with lime, and they've got this special formula, and they're filling in molds. So basically they have a timber frame structure, and they put up wood temporarily on the inside and outside. They smash this hemp and lime mixture into the building. Hemp is extremely insulative. The lime makes it to where it's not going to break down over time. Creates a really solid, breathable interior. And I have messaged them to ask them, have you ever tried this in an earth bag? Because that would be super cool. You'd have your insulation. I just don't know if it's
I just read
load-bearing.
something today about somebody
I don't know if it's
thinking
load-bearing.
about aircrete in a
Not
bag.
aircrete.
Not aircrete?
Hemp.
Oh, hempcrete.
No, there's no concrete. It's hemp and lime. It's really cool. I'll show you later. I haven't told you about it. I research all the things.
I was reading other comments. I missed the beginning of it.
You weren't paying attention to.
No, I wasn't. Sorry.
Oh, this has got Red Rock Ranch says, remind people not to skip ads so smaller channels like you get ad revenue. That's true. If you don't want to be a homie, which I think you probably should be a homie. I mean, if you've watched a few of our videos, just be a homie. It's like $2 a day or something. Or $2 a month. Anyway, what was I saying? Before I go now?
Ads, video.
Oh, ads, yes. So every time someone likes, subscribes, shares the video, and what was the other thing?
Notification bell?
Doesn't skip through the ads.
Oh, it doesn't skip through. Well, even better if you see an ad that is actually useful and you click on it.
Yeah. That helps our little channel.
But let's be honest, most ads nobody clicks on.
I don't think I've ever clicked on an ad.
Let's just be honest. I mean, I don't think I've ever clicked on a YouTube ad.
Some people do, obviously.
But
how many acres do we have?
11.
But we've only fenced in 6.
I'm glad you're following with that because I couldn't do it up here.
My hand's shaking.
You want me to hold it?
Does skipping ads cause you to lose revenue? Yes.
Probably.
If you don't watch at least 30 seconds of an ad, then...
30 seconds?
Yeah.
Most ads aren't 30 seconds.
Some of them are. It depends on what I hit. We can choose skippable ads versus non-skippable ads, and I try to always do skippable ads because if people don't want to watch it, just don't watch it. But if you do watch it, at least 30 minutes of a skippable ad,
30 seconds.
30, did I say minutes?
Yeah.
If you do at least watch 30 seconds, then yeah, that helps our channel.
Okay.
I learned that on a video creators thing. Okay. This guy says, a boat is a hole in the water you pour money into. That's true. A horse is a lump on land you pour money into. That's also true.
That sounds right.
Right now they have a sweet setup with horses down the road that they can ride anytime they want. So we are in no rush.
Oh, people asking about the
3-year
limit. So The owner builder opt out is for when you get the permit to start building on the land. That is the 3-year clock.
Right.
Not when you buy it. You can buy the land and then not actually apply for a permit to live on it, but you can't really live on it.
You can't live on it legally.
You're not supposed to. You need to have that permit to build, and then you can also get an RV permit to live in your RV while you build.
So in our case, we got like the permit on a Friday, and I think we moved out on a Sunday or something.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how that works. That's what that time limit. But it's very easy to extend it. You just have to pay a few bucks, and you can extend it for another year.
Gosh.
The bugs are bad.
For the noob tuber, make a plan like a college syllabus, then throw it out. Make a, I don't know what this says. Make a sort of simple plan.
A more simple plan. Pick up a camera and turn it on, record and edit. Post to YouTube. Keep doing it. Yeah, just keep doing it. I do think that making a video each day helped us get a lot better at editing and putting like a video together. I mean, you kind of, the more you do something like that, the better you get at it.
Someone asked another question. I watch the ads because I can't do monetary support. Thank you. And someone said, I noticed some ads are not for family viewing. How do we, I don't know if we can even change that. I have no idea. I've never seen an ad that's inappropriate though.
No.
So I don't know.
So here's the other thing, guys. We have to tag our videos as not made for children, because if they are tagged as not as made for children, then YouTube will shut our comments down to protect our kids.
Well, this also means the specific video is not directed at a child.
Yeah, but they also, but we know a lot of people in the traveling space who travel with kids who have had their comment section completely shut down, like big accounts, because they have children in there, and they're not made for children at all, but they have kids in the video. And so that may happen to us at some point. I mean, I think our kids are probably old enough where it won't.
And they might get to a point where they don't even want to be on it, so I don't know.
But anyway, there may be a point when YouTube's like, oh, there's children in your video. We're going to protect them and remove your community. So there will still be tiny, shiny homies if that is the case, and we'll figure out a way to keep talking to you. But,
right.
But in terms of family friendliness, like, we're not really set up as a family channel. I don't think you can even do that on YouTube. But we're definitely not a like kid channel.
No.
If that was my long way of saying that.
Good job, babe.
What was I saying about rambling?
Are we gonna drill a well?
No.
We have no plans to drill a well.
Too expensive out here. The water table's dropping because of agriculture. It's not a good investment.
Someone calls their horse a lawn ornament. Oh, man.
Awesome.
I'll stop skipping ads on channels I care about. I didn't know. Thank you. I didn't know either until, like, last year, so. Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like,
also,
if you don't have time and you don't want to watch it, it's fine. I don't care.
It's totally fine. Also, we're talking like 3 cents probably.
Right.
So it's not a huge deal.
As for us, ads are a necessary evil.
Yeah.
We don't really like them, but it is how YouTube sends us money each month. So we're willing to sort of let it happen, I guess. But maybe one day we'll have enough homies where we don't have to use YouTube.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I have big dreams about it, guys. I have big dreams. I think it's going to happen. Okay. Do you have to put in a septic system to put your RV on the land? It is required.
Yes.
Can you grow citrus at your elevation? If we have a greenhouse, which eventually we will have a greenhouse, but not yet.
But it does get very cold in the winter, so we would have to have a greenhouse.
Jean says, I totally enjoy your YouTube videos.
Oh,
thank you, Jean. If you find a place that sells hemp for hempcrete, please post it. I haven't found it yet. Is there going to be a water connection for the shed?
Nope.
For the shed bathroom? Yes. Whenever we build a bathroom over here, there will be water. Yes. Obviously.
But it won't be connected to the shed.
No. It's a separate building.
Someone asked if we were going to catch rain off the solar shed roof, and we will eventually. But that all will tie into how we store it long term.
Right.
And where that goes in relation to the house and to our berms and swales, and it's kind of a whole puzzle piece that we have to fit together before we can start doing that.
Are the flies bad there?
Yes, they are.
So bad. We also have these little annoying ones called hover flies that just like
They look like little like bees almost.
They look like sweat bees.
Yeah.
Oh, they're super annoying.
Yep.
As I hit them up there. Gnats are terrible. I don't know what this is. What is this? Wallapini? I don't know what that is. That's it, babe. That's it.
Huh?
That's it. That's all the.
Are you
all the
shutting
questions.
it down?
No, that's all the questions.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No,
right,
sorry.
I guess we're leaving, guys. You thought more about a book on your home build.
Guys, hold me to it. I'm gonna create a book.
Yeah.
On our home build. I also want to create a movie.
Oh my
Big dreams, guys. I really
We might have to get a better camera.
No, I want to do it all on an iPhone.
I don't know. For the photos?
For the photos, but I want to do a video on an iPhone just to be like, you can do a video on an iPhone.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Guys, I do plan on making a book about our house build.
Yeah.
A physical, big book with beautiful pictures. All of our thoughts and plans. It'll be more like a journal style book.
Right, not like a how do you build this house.
No, it's not a how-to at all. It'll be an emotional, this is what we're feeling this day, and yeah. It's going to be really good. I have lots of big plans for the house.
It's going to have to be one of those things that we work on a little bit each day. Yeah, like we'll have to make sure we take notes each day and take photos each day.
A timeline for the video, like it's all big plans that we have to do after the shed before we start the house build. It's gonna be amazing. I want a 2 hour. It's gonna be a 2-hour video. It's gonna be long. 2-hour video, but it's not a how-to video. It's a storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be good.
I know it's gonna be good.
I can't wait for the book. I've always wanted to write a book.
Yeah.
But you're gonna help me because you're the better writer.
I'm not the better writer.
He's the better writer.
We're a good team.
We both have a different style too, and you make my writing better, which helps a lot. Yeah. Like when I write, you always edit it, and then I'm gonna get mad that you edited it, but then it's way better.
I'm a ruthless editor, guys.
Yeah.
I always say, even for my clients, they'll send me like paragraphs, and I'm like, you could say this in 3 sentences, and I edit it down, and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, big plans for a book and eventually a movie. Created by us.
She's just announcing
Guys,
stuff here. I don't even know about.
It's gonna happen. No, I didn't tell you about the movie.
No,
I told you about the book, but I do want to create a movie. It's not gonna be like in
Go
a
to
theater.
the movie theater.
Right.
Although, hey,
How cool
if you're
would
gonna
that
dream, let's dream
Let's
big.
dream big, guys.
We'll have our premiere. We'll go to Hollywood.
No, I don't want to do that.
In our like
I have
dirty
animals here.
clothes.
We went
Guys,
out to
we're the dirtbag people. This is our movie.
We went out to dinner the other night and we didn't even change. We had dirt from head to toe. It was embarrassing, but it was fun.
It was dark. Nobody saw.
Yeah, it's true.
It was fun.
Everybody else was drunk by there anyway, so. Anyway, yeah, guys, things are gonna happen.
Yeah.
Very excited about it.
Let me see. Do you have your phone?
Oh,
I see more comments.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
I told you there was no more comments, so
You
we were
told
just
me.
gonna stop.
We caught up. Oh, a Wallapini is an underground greenhouse.
I don't know.
We don't know. You need a cistern like Green Dream. We are considering that with the Hyper Adobe bags for sure.
But bigger.
But bigger. Well, bigger than
theirs. Theirs is only 14,000 gallons. We need at least a 20,000, 30,000.
You're gonna dream big.
Guys, big things. We're a big family. There's only 2 of them.
That's true. There's a lot more of us.
We have animals.
Yeah.
And when we have to water a horse, guys, it's gonna be so much work. I told you, we're caught up.
Hold on. There's a lot.
Maybe someone would buy a movie if we made it.
Maybe.
How cool would that be to like say you made a movie? You release a book and a movie at the same time.
Who would you have play yourselves in a movie? No, it would be us. We would make the movie.
Maybe they were joking. Were they joking?
I don't know.
I think they were joking.
I think they're asking.
The movie is about our family.
They're saying if someone else came and they made a movie about us, who would play us?
Scarlett Johansson. And what's that big guy? Moana guy? No, not that guy. The big guy, Aqua guy. What's his name?
Momoa?
No,
Momoa?
yeah, Jason Momoa.
Momoa?
Yeah.
No,
that can be.
I'm
us.
thinking more Hemsworth because he's blonde.
Okay.
He's closer.
I don't know.
And like coloring.
Okay.
I'm not Hawaiian.
I got it. Okay. Let's stop that one.
Caterpillars. Yes, lots of caterpillars. Anyway.
That's all. We're wrapping it up.
Are we wrapping it up?
It's over an hour.
That's true. Guys, we have more oil to put on our floor. Whoops, I didn't mean to say that.
Spoiler.
We're working on our floor. We're also working on our
Say it like
we're working on our garage in a box.
Is it Farmer John time?
Shelter. No. No.
Oh
no, the questions have kept.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Dang it, babe. It's over an hour.
I know. But they're still here.
We still have our garage in a box to put together.
I know.
We should just take it over there and answer questions while we're putting our garage in a box up.
Someone said I would rent the movie from Blockbuster.
That means he doesn't want to watch it.
I don't know. Is that supposed to be a compliment?
There's only one Blockbuster.
I know, it's in Portland. Or no, Bend.
I think it's
Bend.
Is it in Bend?
Yeah. Call Hallmark, they'll make a movie. Do you go GoPro or do you use a phone? I think you got here late. We talked about all our camera nerdiness.
Only iPhones.
Only iPhones and a drone. 99 for president. All right. I think
That's it.
I think, guys, we've got a lot more stuff to do, and we've only got a couple hours to do it before it gets dark. It's getting dark so early.
Yeah.
It's already, what was it, like 7 o'clock the other night, and it was dark?
Guys, before you hang up, is it hang up?
We'll say hang up.
Before you turn this off, if you are not subscribed, as 54% of you are who watch our videos.
Someone's been looking at the YouTube analytics.
I look at it every now and then. I'm like, 54% regularly watch our video and didn't subscribe? Just hit it.
We're going to use numbers. The power of numbers.
That's a lot of percentage that regularly watch.
I know. Also, guys, make sure if you want to learn more about this YouTube thing.
Oh, what's the URL?
TinyShinyHome.com/YouTube30.
30.
Put your email address in. We'll be sending you lots of stuff about.
Not lots of stuff.
Well, we'll be sending more stuff about how to make videos there. No. But yeah, we're gonna be building up to this 30-day course.
Yes.
And so if it's something you're interested in, we'd love for you to sign up. We'd love for you to put your email in. Anyway. I'm not a salesman. Have you?
Yeah, we're not salesmen. But I'm going to make sure people hit subscribe. Guys, if you aren't already subscribed, how many times can I say it?
Okay. Well,
we're good.
Thank you so much for watching.
Yes,
I can't believe so many of you have hung out this long.
I know, it's a really long time. Get back to building, guys.
We've got to get this shed done.
Yeah.
So.
Should we show them something?
No.
Okay.
No.
Dang it.
We got to get the shed done.
Well, they can kind of see this.
What?
Where's my hand? I can't find my hand. Right here. Ooh, look at this, guys.
Someone
what could
was
this
already
be?
asking about it,
yeah.
Anyway.
You'll have to watch. Subscribe and watch.
Video coming soon. We will see you next time.
Bye, guys.
See ya.